if you need a little extra time, you can do it.
Good job on the math testing, guys. If you can just start getting our decimals pulled up and then you can go back to your games. Well, yeah, just make sure you have your decimals pulled up so that we're ready for Miss Sandrowski when she comes in.
What just happened?
Miss Sandrowski.
Hi. Yeah, Simone's ready to go. I see Ariane's ready to go.
Alright,
It looks like Brenna's ready to go.
Looks like other.
Wait, don't we still gotta do lesson?
Don't we still need to do what? Okay. We're on lesson 11 today. Lesson 11, and we are going to be rounding. And we're going to listen to my favorite song, well, favorite math video of like all time. Just because I like the original of this song. So that is what it is my favorite, so I'm super excited. So while I'm getting logged in, I am looking for students that are also getting logged in. If you need to know where to go, you can follow me. Miss Casmon is super great because she printed out a place building chart for you that will help you today. So this is yours to keep. This is yours to keep. Okay, if you're not sure where to go, Mod 1, Lesson 11, we are rounding decimals today, so we can click on that. Again, shout out to Mario. He was our lead IXL champion for last week. That'll be a new top 5 champion for next week. What? No. Then the last 2 students did happen to be students of the week because of IXL, 2 different IXL reasons, but I just wanted to point out different things that you can do. There's a lot of different ways you can be student of the week. You can get 100 on a quiz, or you can just have your best effort in class. You can participate a lot. You could turn in all of your homework on the day it's due. There's a lot of different reasons. So that was just 2 different IXL reasons, but they just both happen to be about IXL. Click for today's lesson and homework. That's where we want to head to today. And then we are getting logged in. So let's see, we need to switch to the 5C class, because that's you guys. So in our objective, we want to write rounding decimals. Today is rounding decimals. So yesterday we were comparing them. Today we're going to be rounding decimals. When you are ready, you can move on to page 2. I'm going to play my video up on the board. You can listen to the video. Listen to the video, because the video will help you answer the question. So listen to the video, and the video is going to help you answer the question.
Circle the digits, move to the right, underline it, double digits, 0 to 4. The circle stays the same, 5 to 9, adding 1 is the game. Now, flex your muscles, just like a hero, digits to the right, turn into 0. All the other numbers stay the same. You're a winner in a rounding game. Look at me now, look at me now, oh. We're rounding numbers, look at me now, oh, look at me now, we smart as a genius, look at me now, oh. We're rounding numbers, look at me now, oh, look at me now, here. Smart as a genius.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to play it 2 more times. I wanna see if you can start listening to the words, because the words tell you how to round. So if you can remember the words at the beginning, it's going to tell you what to do to round every time. So 2 more times.
On the base step, circle the digit, move to the right, underline it, don't fidget. 0 to 4, the circle stays the same, but 5 to 9, adding 1 is the
Okay, one more time. Ready? Find the place value, circle the digit, move to the right, underline it, don't fidget. 0 to 4, the circle stays the same, 5 through 9, adding 1 is the game. So if the digit that's underlined is 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. But if that digit that's underlined is 5 through 9, then we gotta add 1 to whatever was circled, and we round up. Some of you may have heard 4 or less, let it rest, 5 or more, raise the score. Did anybody hear that from their last teacher? Some of you? You can use that too. If that helps you remember how to round, you can use that too. So if the song helps, you can use that. If you remember how to round from your previous teacher, you can use those same rules. The only difference this year, compared to what you learned about rounding before, is this year we're working with rounding a lot of decimals. Okay, are we ready to move on? Yeah? So I would love for help answering this question here on the side. The question was, when do you round the number up? When do we round the number up? I see a few hands. So I see a few people were really paying close attention to the words in the video. Oh, now I see a lot more hands. And now I can't choose. So let's go to Dojo, and we'll do a random Dojo. Jaden, you had your hand up. What do you think? When do you round the number up?
When I get to the digit after 5 through 9.
Yeah, when the digit after that number that we're talking about is 5 through 9. 5 or more, raise the score. So 5 through 9, adding 1 is the game. So that's the one we want to click. You should get your green check mark there for excellent. And I'm going to open up the next 2 pages. These are your 2 review pages on place value. So these are the same 2 review pages that we've been practicing, because it is very important that you know your place value, especially the ones after the decimal, because we're going to be working a lot with those place values this year. So go ahead and take a minute and see if you can do them on your own. Yes, great job. Yes, great job. All right, so I'm looking at a lot of good, great check marks. Bryn, can you tell us how I can write 1/10 in standard form? That's the decimal form. How can I write 1/10? Yeah, great job. Bryn said our standard form, our decimal form would be 0.1. We gotta make sure that that 1, since we're talking about 1/10, that 1 ends up in the 10th place. The 10th place, right after the decimal. Check out your place value charts. It's right after the decimal. So Bryn, you earned your point. Matthew, can you do the next one for us? Matthew went to the nurse. James, can you do the next one for us? Very nice. The 1 needs to be in the 100th place. So that's why James said 0.01. Great job, James. Elijah, can you do the next one for us? How do I write 1,000th in standard form?
0.001.
One more time.
What
What number do I start with?
0.1000.
Yeah, 0.001, great job. So that number 1 needs to be in the thousandth place, which is the third digit after the decimal. That's why we have 2 zeros in between there, holding that 1 into that thousandth place. And my last one here, is not on our place value chart, but it would be the next one that we have there. Dion, you've been chosen. How can we write 1/10,000th as a decimal? Very nice. Okay, thank you. All right, so Dion, you've earned your point. And we are on to the next one, and we have to sort the tenths, hundredths, and thousandths in decimal and fraction form. I'll take volunteers for this one. People I haven't heard from. Rehan, I haven't heard from you yet today. Which one do you know? Give me one of them.
The 100.
100. Is that the fraction or the decimal that you're sharing?
The fraction.
The fraction. 1 over 100. It goes where?
On the 100.
It goes in the hundreds. Great job. Demario, I haven't heard from you yet today. Which other one can you sort for us? 0.001. Where does that one go? It goes in the thousand. Great job, because that one is in the thousandth place. Amir, I haven't heard from you yet today. Which one can you help sort for us?
The 0.01 goes in the 100.
Yes, that one is in the hundredth place. So we're going to add that one into the hundredth section. Who else have I talked to? Enough, I have not heard from you. I got 3 left here. What are you thinking?
0.1.
0.1, and where does that go, Enough? It goes in the 10th place. The 1 is in the 10th place. Great job. Israt? I can't hear you. The 1 over 1,000th one, and where does that go? In the 1,000th place. Great, great work. And I have one left to do. Jakira. 1 over 10, and that goes where? It goes in the 10th place. Nice job. So if we just sorted all of those, you guys did great. We're gonna practice rounding, so make sure you know your place values. Have your place value chart out and ready to go, because it can help you with these problems. And if you can remember the song is also going to help you. The song will also help you. Let's listen to the lyrics one more time. Listen to the lyrics. Find the place value, circle the digit, move to the right, underline it, don't fake it. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same. 5 through 9, adding 1 is the game. Okay, so we gotta follow those rules when we are rounding.
We are literally rounding.
So, in order to help me organize my thoughts and show my work, I'm gonna rewrite this number here. So I see 115 and 376 thousandths, and then I say thousandths because the 6th is in the thousandth place. So, how do I know what place value to find? It says find the place value. That's the first part of the song. Find the place value. How do I know which one to find? Gianna, thanks for writing this down just like mine. What do you think? It says find the place value. How do I know what place value to find? Jakira's got an idea? What's that? Yeah, I believe the place value chart. Which place value is it asking for, Jakira? It's asking for the 10th place. Jakira, do you know which number, which digit there is in the 10th place? If you look at your 7, the 7 is the second one after the decimal on your place value chart. Does the second one after the decimal say 10th? So which one should we pick? The 3. Great job, Jakira. Ms. Casron, when you get a chance, can you give Jakira a point? So the 3 is the one that I need. So I find the place value. Found it. What do I do with that? What was the next part of the lyrics? Elijah. Circle the digit. So there you go. I'm going to circle my 3. Find the place value. Circle the digit. What came next? Yeah, I don't fidget. What do I do to not fidget though? Great job, Dion. I underline it. Move to the right, underline it, don't fidget. So that the number that's underlined, that's the number that's really important. Can I have everybody sit up and start? So make sure you're sitting up tall. It's gonna help your brain focus. Yes, great job. So Dion underlined that 7 for us. Dion, that 7 is the one that tells us what to do to the circle. That's where if you see the 4 or less, we let it rest, or 5 or more, raise the score. What do you think is going to happen here? Yeah, it's 5 or more. He says that 7 is 5 or more, so I have to raise the score. So I'm going to put a little +1 here. Okay, new symbol coming at you. Are you ready? James, are you ready for the new symbol? Are you ready, Gianna, for the new symbol? Yeah. Simone, are you ready? It's a squiggly equal sign. It's a squiggly equal sign, and it means about or approximately. And that's because when we're rounding, we don't have the exact same answer that we started with because it's no longer exactly the same. It's about or approximately what it was, but it's not the exact same anymore. It's not equal to the same thing. So I'm going to use that approximate symbol. Everything that I had before the circle stays exactly what it was. So my 115 stays 115. My decimal stays. The only new piece, what's going to happen, Demario?
The 7 and the 6 will become 0.
Yep, and what happens to the number in the circle?
It goes up.
It's going to bump up because Dion said that 7 bumps up.
So, 115.4 thousand and 0.
Alright, so if you're unsure what to do, it's okay. We've done only one example problem together. This was our first one. And just like all the new topics that we do, we don't always understand it the first problem we do. We have to practice. And the more we practice, the better we're going to get. Just like any sport you might play or, I don't know, any food competition, you got to practice if you want to eat a lot of chicken wings, to be a chicken wing contest eater. I don't know.
And if you can do it perfect the first time, then there'd be no purpose for being here. So,
Yeah. So, Ariane, when you're unsure what to write here, because I know these numbers are tiny, I'm putting exactly what I have here down here. Okay? So you don't have to worry about squinting to see what's here. You can just write this there. Okay? It asked me only for the 10th place. That's why I stopped at the 10th. Alright, I'm going to choose somebody to help us with the next one. Find the place value. Jakira, you were chosen. The dojo gods chose Jakira, I guess. Alright, Jakira, I have faith in you. I'm going to rewrite my number, 5 and 324,000. But what place value am I looking for this time? Yeah. We've done one problem. You got this. Alright, Jakira. Whole number is kind of a tricky one because if you look at your place value chart, it doesn't say which one the whole number is. Does anyone know the whole number? Which one is the whole number place? Do you think you know, Jakira, or do you want to phone a friend? Phone a friend? Alright, you can choose someone that has their hand up. Alright. Demario, is that who you chose? Demario, which one of these is the whole number? What place is the whole number? It is the 5. Why did you choose the 5? What place is the whole number? Yeah, what place is that? What place is that 5 in? Look at your place value chart. What place is the 5 in, Jovian? It's in the ones place. A whole number is the ones place. On your chart, on your place value chart, the physical one you have on your desk in front of you, can you write the word whole number underneath where it says ones in the ones place? In the ones place on your place value chart, write whole number. can you write a whole number here and draw an arrow to the ones place? Bless you. Write down whole number. Write down whole number next to the ones place right here.
You can draw an arrow to the ones place.
Yes, can I use yours as an example?
Whole number.
So if you can, eyes up here.
So
We're
once
gonna
it's
try
drawn to
again.
the whole
Eyes on
number.
Miss Casbon in the back of the room. Eyes on Miss Baldwin. Eyes up here. Yeah, nice job. So the whole number is the ones place. If you can label that on your piece of paper. All right, so if we're following the song, we find the place value, circle the digit, move to the right, and underline it. Don't fidget. Underline it, don't fidget. This number here, that's the number that we're looking for. That's the number we're looking for. Yeah. Well, we don't have to keep track, it just stays with us. Nafis, what are you thinking?
Five.
This 3 tells us what to do.
Yes.
Is it 4 or less, or is it 5 or more?
4 or less.
It's 4 or less, so we're gonna let it rest. It stays. 0 through 4, the circle stays the same, so this is gonna stay the same. So I'm gonna use my new symbol, my approximate symbol.
Wait,
Yep.
The nurse told her she could go to
sleep.
sleep.
Well, if you write it there in your paper, it'll be there forever.
How about here? There's a lot more. I put a little number here.
Can you also add it to your paper? This way tomorrow when you use this, you'll have it on your paper. You won't have to go back into the decimals lesson. So this 5 stays a 5 because the 3 told it to stay. This was 4 or less, we let the circle rest, so it stays. Simone, you gotta mask up. Thank you. I don't have to write any of the other digits because it only wanted a whole number. So I'm gonna freeze the board here. I'm gonna open up the next page. I'm not asking you to do them on your own yet. But I'm going to choose a couple random dojos, and if your work looks like mine, you're going to earn an extra dojo. So now's your chance. If your work doesn't look like mine, see if you can adjust your work to make it look like mine to earn that dojo. So let's see, my first person chosen. Their work looks exactly like mine. Great job, Gianna. You earned an extra point. And my next person chosen. Ariane, your work looks exactly like mine. You've also earned a point. All right, Simone, you ready? Sitting up tall? Okay. I'm going to start by rewriting this number, 8 and 546,000. Let's see who's going to help. Amir. Amir, what place are we looking for? Amir, can you read that problem? Which place are we looking for? Yeah, you're right, the 100th place. And Amir, do you know which digit is in the 100th place? The 4. Great job, Amir. So they wanted the 100th place, so I find that place value. I circle the digit. What do I need to do next? Ms. Katzman, can you give Jakira and Elijah an extra dojo for participating often? Where's your yes? Mario, what do you think? Yes, you're correct. I underlined 6. So I find the place value, the 100th, circle the digit, move to the right. right, underline it, don't fidget, then what happens?
Then the 4 goes up
Why?
because it's 5 and up.
Yes, 5 or more, raise the score, so I gotta put a little +1 here. If this number here, the number that's underlined, that's the one that's most important. If that one was 4 or less, I let the circle rest, it stays the same. 4 or less, let it rest, 5 or more, I raise the score. So I'm going to write my approximate symbol, and everything stays the same until I get to the circle, then I look at what's happening. So my 8 stays an 8, my decimal stays, my 5 stays. Who haven't I talked to? Rehan, have I talked to you today? I have? Rehan, what's gonna happen after this? So I wrote my 8 and my decimal and my 5. What do I do next?
You have to go to the
I have to do what? Yes, and the 6 tells us to do what? To round. So what do I do instead of putting the 4?
You have to round the 6 up to your front and
Yeah, my 4, Rehan, that 4 is what I add 1 to. What's 4 plus 1 more? 5. I don't have to write anything else after that. It wanted the 100th place, I stopped at the 100th place. So I can write 8, then my decimal, and then 2 5s. We would read that as 8 and 55 hundredths. 8 and 55 hundredths. Great job labeling that. Thank you for labeling that. Great work. Yes, I like it. I like it. Gianna, make sure you have a decimal there. I'm not sure if I saw it. Simone, you ready to help? Okay, mask up, please. Alright, so I'm going to write 225 and 286. Simone, which place is it asking you to round to? The whole number. And which digit is in the whole number place? The ones place. Yes, great job, Simone. Which one of those numbers is in the ones place? You're close. Where's your place failure chart? Did you write it down? Which one is in the ones place? The one right in front of the decimal. Which one's right in front of the decimal? The 5. Yes, great job, Simone. That's the one that I circled. Find the place value. Circle the digit. What do I do after that?
Yeah, what do you say?
So what do I underline, Simone? Oh, no, should we just figure out? Thank you. Yeah, I underlined my 2. Great job. I'm gonna jump to Gianna. Gianna, are you ready? Fabulous. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Gianna, what does this 2 tell us to do? What do you think? Is it big enough to make us add? If it's 4 or less, we let it rest. If it's 5 or more, then we add 1 to the score. So what do you think? Is it 4 or less? Is it 5 or more?
4 or less.
It's 4 or less. Great job, Gianna. So that means we let it rest. We don't have to do anything else. So I'm going to rewrite my little squiggly equal sign, my approximate symbol. Thank you for doing the same. Thank you, Nafis. It looks the same. And then we're going to rewrite our 220. I don't do anything to the 5. It stays a 5. And since Simone said we were rounding to the nearest whole number, I can just keep the whole number. I do not have to write a decimal. So same thing goes. I'm going to freeze the board. I'm going to open up the next page. I'm going to look for 2 students to give dojos to if their work looks like mine. We're looking for students that work looks like mine.
I know for mine.
Great. If you're chosen, then you'll get a point. Enough, you were chosen. Great job. One more. Simone, your work also looks like mine. Great job. All right, we have two more to try together. I actually want to do the second one first this time. I want to do the second one first this time, if that is okay with you guys. James, are you raising your hand to help us with it, or did you want to help us with this one? You're confused about that one? Yeah, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to do this one first, and then we're going to bounce back to that one. I want to rewrite my number, just like always, 14 and 736. How do I know which place to circle? How do I know which digit to circle? I see Elijah's writing this down. Great job. How do I know which place? Jaden?
The 100,
The 100th place. And which digit's in the 100th place, Jaden?
the 7.
Look at your place value chart. Look at your place value chart. Where is the 7? Or where's the 100th place, I should say?
The 3.
Yes, very nice. The 3 is in the 100th place because it's the second one after the decimal. So what do I do with that number, Jaden?
You circle it.
I circle it. Great job. Find the place value, circle the digit. Great job. Jaden, you've definitely earned a point. The next person's going to tell us what happens after that, and that is Estrat. All right, Estrat, so we find the place value, circle the digit. What happens next? Yeah. So move to the right and underline it. So this underlined number, that underlined number tells me what to do. Nafis, what are you thinking?
You should round the 6 to make 40 and split it together 14.74.
Yes. This 6, 5 or more, raise the score, so I have to put a little +1 next to my circle. That bumps that 3 up one more. Great job. So I'm going to put my approximate symbol, and I'm going to write my 1 and my 4 the same, my decimal stays the same, my 7 stays the same, and just like Nikki said, my 3 now bumped up to a 4. I do.
So we're gonna have to add our 1
Okay, smart
to the
board.
next number.
I'll go back to it after.
Another thing that
I would like to do
Instead
these
of-
two, so jump to
and
these
then
two
this
for
will
now, and I
become
can go back to it
0.
after.
another thing
So
that
yeah, this will be
Yes, Nafis.
point.
if you put any
follow
random
along when she does
letters
it.
there
She
and it
says,
connects
okay.
to the number besides anything besides letters, it does good work. See, I just type random things with the answer and it says good work.
Well, we want to make sure we're typing just the value.
Okay.
Okay, Nafis?
Okay, but it's weird. It's weird.
Thank you for waiting, Simone. What's your question?
What will we log in for?
Oh, great question. So Simone's asking a question about parent-teacher conferences, and just what do we log in? You log into the Zoom link. So if you want to go talk to the math teacher, hi, that's me, you would log into your math Zoom link from my schedule.
Yeah, but what if-
When you want to talk to Ms. Watson in ELA, you log into your ELA class on my schedule. James, follow-up question to that?
What if you're talking to another student
Then you would just be in the waiting room until there's nobody in that Zoom call, and then we let you in. But you shouldn't have to wait a long time. We can send messages while you guys are waiting. Okay, I got one more to do. I'm gonna start by rewriting my number. And let's see who's going to help us. We gotta give Estrat the point. Let's see who's gonna help us find the place value. It was Nafis.
Again?
Nafis, what place value are we looking for this time? Simone, you gotta mask up for me,
Was
please.
it 8.984?
Yes, for this 8 and 984 thousandths. Which place value am I looking for?
You would round that 80 into and 100. That'll make
Well, which place does it tell me to look for?
10.
Dion.
10.
Yeah, it's the 10th place, right?
That's
So,
why I said that.
so which number do I circle?
8. That's why I said that.
The 8 isn't in the 10th place.
One thing at a
No,
time.
I get that right. The decimal point.
Yeah.
This is the second one after. So check out your place value here. The second one after is really which place value? Hundredths. Which one are we looking for? The 10th. So which digit is in the 10th place, Nafis?
10th place.
The 10th place. Which digit is in the 10th place?
8. So you can round it up.
Look at your place value chart. Which number is right after the decimal?
10.
The 10th. And which digit is right after the decimal?
9.
Yes, great job. That's the one that I circled. All right, James, are you ready? Because I know you had a question about this one. When I underline my 8, the 8 tells me to do what, James? To add 1. So this 8, 5 or more raise the score. Jovian, you ready? I have to add 1 more, so I'm going to put a little plus 1 here. What happens if I'm to add 1 to 9? What happens, Shakira? You get 10. Can I put both a 1 and a 0 in that same place? I can't. So what could I do instead? I can put the 1 with the 8. So my 9 turns into that 0, but that 1 actually gets added to the 8 instead. So what's 8 plus the little 1 more? 9. So this is approximately 9.0. 9 and 0 tenths. Okay, so I'm going to freeze my board. I'm going to open up the U try section. I am looking for students that work looks like mine. Yes, I will. So I'm looking for students whose work looks like mine to give dojos to.
I'd like to.
Elio? Let's see, my first person is chosen. Does their work look just like mine? Jovian, great job. And we'll choose another. Our next person has been chosen. Now's your opportunity to make your work look like mine if it doesn't already, so you can earn that point. Nice job, Rihan.
My fault.
That's okay. I thought it was Class Dojo for a minute, and I was like, that's new. I do want to show you a picture that might help. I'd like to show you this picture that might help. So this image might help you think of when to round to the next number. Simone, you ready? Thank you, James. I love that warning. Thank you. Demario, you ready? Are you ready? Mario? Are you ready? Hi.
I'm already doing it.
Okay, so this picture might help you. This is a car driving up a hill. And think about if the car stalls out on the hill. If the car stalled out right where it was, what's going to happen to the car? If the car just died right here on the hill, what's going to happen to it? I see 3 students that think they might know what happens to the car if it stops right here. Now I see about 5 or 6 students. What's going to happen to the car if it stops right here? What's going to happen to the car? Ariana, what do you think? it's gonna maybe go down. You're right. You're right. Can we be a little more specific? What do you think? Dion? It's gonna roll back. You're right, it's gonna roll backwards. If that number is 0 through 4, it's gonna roll back and stay where it was on that side of the hill. However, if it's 5 or more, if that car doesn't stall out, if it doesn't die until 5 or more, it's actually gonna roll to the next number. And that's how we round. If it's 5 or more, we round up to the next number. If it was 4 or less, we stay the same. 4 or less, let it rest, it stays the same. But 5 or more, we raise the score. So you guys did a great job learning this morning. And in the afternoon class, I'll call students up to the board to come practice. So you guys can take turns coming up to the board. And then we'll start mastering some IXL topics. So we'll master some IXL topics. While we're waiting in between classes, if I see people on Read Theory or practicing their math, you will be earning extra dojo points. Yeah, you can go on Read Theory.